Add to the position there. Through $0.50 now. Say that earlier. Didn't quite get it, but lucky for the $0.50. High of the day is 443. Went down with this one. Okay, let's get this stream up and running. Alright, let's do this thing. Break up the $0.50. Back to that position, it looks strong. A lot of volume in this candle. There's the 8 o'clock strum. Don't let that fool you about price action. Might be pulled back a little bit. Need the break of the $0.50. Retest. Current high. Hey Alberto, morning J Spec. Up there, the $0.50. So this is Genius Group. We're trading. Okay, don't mind. $0.20 average true range here, so we need to give it at least that. Netflix up at 338. Buy down at 389. Hey Peter, how you doing? Good to see you. So started trading this about 15-20 minutes ago, and for whatever reason I've just been kind of break even on it really. Lost on my first trade, gained on the next one, and so far $150 down on the realized. I hope I have a great day today as well, Alistair. Hey Tommy. So some volatility on this one. I'm in quite large, 15,000 shares at the moment. This is not really what I want to be taking with the small account. There's no leverage on it because it's under $5. Even when it gets over $5, there will be no leverage on it. And a small account, you know, maybe taking 500 shares or whatever. Probably not ideal. There's nothing saying that this can't go up to $5, but we'll see. Not saying it will. Hey, Jobby. It's not a stock pick. I'm not giving stock picks out. No guarantees of profitability on these moves. Now this candle is 44. We're in at 450. Cosmos Health needs more volume. Cosmos, it's currently 10% up on the day. I want to see things moving a little bit better than just 10%. But in particular, it's a $3 stock, because that's 30 cents. But it needs more volume. Right now, the relative volume is, Cosmos Health normally does about 6 million shares a day. It's only traded less than 1 million. So I need better relative volume. That's my thoughts on Cosmos Health, J-Spec. Solarius Pharma, so SLRX, that's got good relative volume. It's much less than Cosmos, but we're talking relative volume, not actual volume. So Solaris Pharma normally does 122,000 shares a day. Currently, it's done 550,000, so it's more than double, better than a 2x relative volume. And this is Genius Group. They normally do just under 5 million shares a day, average over the last 3 months. And currently, already pre-market, it's done what, nearly 24 million in volume. Now this is a stock that back in the day it was up at kind of over $11. This was back in August. It went up to over $11. So I dare say a few people got still holding bags up at that level. I don't know what's going on with those algorithmic spikes to the downside there. Huge algorithmic spikes to the downside. What's going on there? But I'm not seeing that on any other stocks, just this one. Need to be wary of this. I don't know what's going on. These are just algorithmic spikes. So the price action isn't actually, well, it's slowly coming down, but we're getting a lot of these algorithmic spikes down to the kind of 360, like a whole dollar spikes, which I'm not sure what's going on there. No worries. She's on the balcony at the moment. What the hell's going on with this algorithmic action? I guess that's scaring a lot of people. A lot of people will have been selling there thinking that the prices are going down to 350. Watch the bid and the ask, not the chart. 420 is the bid. This is just slowly hemorrhaging. I'm gonna have to get out of this. It looks like it. There's something dodgy going on there. That's just not normal action. Something really dodgy going on there. Watch the bid. It's not. Look at the level 2. Look at the level 1. Don't just look at the chart. Look at the price action. And whilst it's come all the way back down from kind of the high of 460, it's come down 50 cents. Those spikes are like a whole dollar move. I don't know. I'm not sure what that actually is. It's algorithmic spikes, but I'm not sure what's going on there. I expect that at 8 o'clock. You get the 8 o'clock scrum every day. I expect that. If you look at the spikes, normally with the 8 o'clock scrum, you get an increase in volume as well as a result of those algorithmic spikes. We've not been getting that increase in volume here with those, so I don't know what those spikes are symbolizing. It's not the price action, and it's not volume. It's not algorithmic. There's no trades actually going through on that, so I don't know what's going on there. Some kind of anomaly. Yeah, not everything's on level 2. So level 2 is orders, but certainly you look at the time and sales. Everything is going through on the time and sales unless it's in a dark pool or off exchange. Everything on exchange is going through on the time and sales. There's no trades going through under $4. These spikes have been going down to like 350. I'm looking for news as well, just to see if there's any catalyst drawing on this. No. Top short squeezed by on Reddit. I've seen action like that, but it's usually you get spikes in volume with it, which is algorithmic. Some trades are going through, but it's algorithmic trades. It's just like market makers clearing the books and things. And usually happens at 8 o'clock. You always happens at 8 o'clock, but you might get 2 or 3 minutes of it, which is what we've just got there. That's just really unusual. I'm just never seen. There's no spikes in volume like there was at 8 o'clock. There's no actual trades going through on the time and sales. It's not showing up on the price action. So I don't know. I'm just holding this right now because I don't know what's going on there, whether that's manipulation or. Yeah, well, it's not much difference today either. I mean, we're looking at it's a 13.5 million float, and we've already traded twice that. So recycling the float is not a problem, Alex. That's a sign of liquidity in the stock. A lot of people trading it, which is, that's not such a big issue. You want to see the high relative volume, and this is extremely high relative volume, and we're talking 5x right now pre-market. I want to see a confirmed move back up here, but over a $0.25 over these EMAs. I'm just going to have to get out at $4. A lot of action going through on the time and sales value. doesn't look heavily shorted either, so morning, Mike. That's just strange activity, that is. Have a quick look at TAL Education for you. Nobody trading it right now. It's not doing anything. Sold off after the open. Had a bit of a pop into the open, then sold off most of the day yesterday. But there's nobody trading it. That's TAL Education. Yeah, it's a strange one, is that super chip. Those downward spikes there are they're not pertaining to any price action, and that's the worrying thing. It's like, okay, so what is it? It's not algorithmic trades, otherwise you would have seen that on the volume, even without the price action. You would have seen it on the volume spike, like you do at 8 o'clock. If you look at the volume here, you get the algorithmic scrum here at 8 o'clock, which it pertains to this additional volume, but what these price spikes are, I don't know. What did you bounce at before? 98. Locked out? I'm not sure what you mean by locked out. I mean, halted? Well, it's not going to halt, and if it's a volatility halt, if that's across, it's somebody that's not using Dash Trader. Take a look at that for me. If there was spikes in that activity, actually, I'll take a look on TradingView, because it might be a Dash Trader thing. Just have a look at TradingView. Yeah, it looks like, because I'm not seeing any spikes on TradingView at all. I think it might be just a platform thing. A bit strange. Let me know if you're using a different platform. Did you see the same spikes? What platform are you using, Alberto? Okay, so you're seeing them on Webull, but not on TOS. Somebody switch the platform off and on again, absolutely. So it's not on TOS, but it's on Webull, it's on DAS, it's not on. There's nothing halted. Well, there might be something halted, but I'm not seeing a halt. This is it's not that it's halted. Somebody said why is it not halting? And it needs to be a a volatility halt, or a news pending halt, or you know, pending investigation halt or something like that. You don't get volatility halts pre-market. So the only time it's going to halt is if it's news pending or if it's closed pending investigation. Now, a lot of people would have seen, if people were watching, seeing those spikes on the platform, it would have forced them to sell. They would have got nervous, thinking that the price action is going down to 350, which is why I've held through. Shouldn't have held through this in theory, because it's gone way below what I would have had as a stop loss. But I'm thinking that a lot of people saw those price spikes, thought that's the price action, thinking that they're in very low, so that they've actually and that constitutes the actual price going down. So that's what I'm waiting for this to go back up. This is the ticker is GNS, Genius Group. It's the top gapper this morning. Bull flag on the 5 minute. I would hardly say that's a bull flag on the 5 minute, but it's pulled way too far back for that. But I just think a lot of people would have that were trading this pre-market would have seen these spikes, which were not price action. But they would have seen the spikes, thinking it's price action, got out before they actually were in a hole, and that would have actually affected the price action, which is why I've held. A lot of people would have got fearful there. And sold on pure fear alone. So I'm going to just hold, use the Warren Buffett analogy, be brave while others are being fearful. Maybe this is a inverse head and shoulders, I don't know. These wicks have just thrown the whole patterns right out. Okay, so on Thinkorswim it's not showing on TradingView, but it's showing on Webull, it's showing on E-Trade, it's showing on GNS. I don't know what that is. There's something wrong there. I don't know whether it's on a particular exchange or what the scenario is there. TWS, okay. Well, I didn't see the order. There was no orders, Danielle. So that's the thing. I saw the action. I saw the price spikes on the chart, but there were no orders. There was nothing on the level 2 or even on the level 1. There was nothing on the time and sales. So there was no, and it didn't affect the actual the bid and the ask in the same way. So there was no there's no orders went. I didn't see any orders going through at those levels. It's just on the chart. So I don't know what went on. I missed the I missed it to the downside, you mean? We'll see. Morning, Steve. So I think a few people are going to be a little bit wary of this one now because of that weird activity there. Netflix breaking highs. You can't, this is not, I do short, but this is, I only short when it's, when I think it's right to do so. And it needs to be, shortable as well. This ticker is not shortable, first and foremost. I can't short this anyway. I only short easy to borrow stocks because I don't like paying for locate fees or anything like that. So I tend not to short by default. And I certainly don't hold short positions overnight because I don't like paying extra. So if it's easy to borrow, it's not on the short sale restrictions list, then I might short. I mean, when I am shorting, I tend to short mid and high cap stocks more than the lower cap stocks. But there you go. Is it shortable for you, Strawweb? It's certainly not shortable for me with CMEG. Yeah. Morning, Dunkers. Absolutely, Klaatu. I took 500 shares of Netflix after the open. I managed to get a $5 move to the upside before it pulled back. There was a $5 out of a $30 move, which was nice. Yeah, trade zero. Okay, well, it's just. I just checked if it on. It's not shortable on capital markets, so it's not easy to. It's obviously hard to borrow, especially with those. Especially with those kind of locate fees. We're in the hole. We're currently in the hole for about 30 cents per share on this one. It's gone back to this consolidation level of kind of 410, 420. We're in that 415 level. So we've put a horizontal level here. You can see it's been consolidating around this level for a while, give or take. But now it's back there. That spike up, it was just the 8 o'clock algorithm started to come in. I thought, yeah, no, not a problem. I'll hold that position here. And then this weird action here, very strange action. But let's see what happens. I'll hold this to $4. If it breaks at $4, I'm effectively giving it 50 cents. So I'm risking 7.5K. But I think there's upside to $5 here as well. So $0.50 to make 50 cents. I have 460 so far. This, of course, could be a bit of a head and shoulders if you look at it on the 5 minute, which is a bit worrying. Shoulder, head. If we don't break new highs, it could be a little bit worrying. You've got to kind of put into context. You've got to look for these potential pattern reversals and exit indicators as well, and measure them up. Is this something that's looking dodgy across multiple time frames, or is it just that one thing? So what else is moving now? So Cosmos Health is now increasing in volume. We're up at kind of 13%. Still want to see it a bit more volume though with Cosmos. 1.1 million shares traded. And Cosmos Health, a whole bunch of SEC farms have gone through. I'm not seeing any particular catalyst. S&P 500 breaking below the VWAP right now. Strawweb, I don't know who MM is. Oh, market makers, okay. Well, the data I've got, it's not heavily shorted from the data that I've got, but it is on the reason it's moving up is to do with you know, naked shorting and market manipulation. So there is a potential for the more it moves up, the higher the exposure and media interest will become on it. So there is a potential for manipulation just to keep it out of the spotlight, which in itself could bring it into the spotlight. So we'll see. Yeah, so Cosmos Health went up to 360, kind of rejected, coming back down to the VWAP again. So this is what potentially could be a nice VWAP bounce, move up, then pull back, test the VWAP and the $0.50 as support. That's Cosmos I'm talking about, not this one. So while this is consolidating, let's so Cosmos Health, you can see it brought the VWAP up. Now it's pulled back to the VWAP to test the support. This is what's known as a VWAP bounce. If this breaks new highs, you'll be looking for 360 and above, and you'll be looking for a good 20-cent move maybe on that one. I wouldn't say someone bought 43,000 shares Strawweb. I would say 43,000 shares got sold. I mean, was it one single order? They're on Hillbees as well. That's unusual. Have a look at it. Yeah, they're on Hillbees as well. Similar time. Maybe there's a few stocks. They've got the 8 o'clock scrum and then, yeah, similar kind of thing. It's not just GNS that had those algorithmic spikes, or say algorithmic spikes, those price spikes to the downside. So Hilby's had them as well. So there's a few. So that's smacks of some kind of something dodgy. Yeah, well, let them buy 43,000 as long as they don't unload it while I'm in it. There's 30 million shares been traded already so far on this. So 355 on Cosmos could be an entry, maybe. $250 levels proving a key level. We've got a little under an hour to the open. Let's see what happens. There's not a huge amount of moving of stocks moving today. There's some of the larger stocks are moving. So we've got Google, the likes of Google. Netflix obviously had earnings last night, but the fact that Netflix had earnings last night and Google's making layoffs, announced layoffs this morning, so that's impacting the market. We're getting a few larger stocks moving with the market. So there's quite a few talking points. But if we can get over there, we go. There's a little pop over the $250. Let's see what we can do. Let's move back up. A lot of buyers at 430. Yeah, there's a couple of IPOs today as well. So we've got QSG is one ticker and CVKD is the other ticker. I'm not sure if QSG has got authorization to launch, but I believe CVKD does. So those are the two IPOs that I'm aware of, at least. So there is IPOs later today. The likelihood is they will launch around 10 a.m. market time. It's the Ferguson stress reliever. No longer allowed to smoke tabs in the dugout. Gone is the era of Bill of the Fish there, Alistair. No more drinking and smoking in the dugout. Well, still do it on a Sunday league, but right, okay. This is looking increasingly manipulated by my book. Okay. Well, there's no point drawing that little trend line, just for it to break straight through it. Like I said, $4 is my line in the sand on this one. Get rid of that because that support line is invalid. So Netflix below the VWAP, as is the S&P 500. So Netflix below the VWAP, big sell-off there, in line with the market sell-off, slightly more pronounced. Cosmo also below the VWAP. GNS still above the VWAP. So in theory, we're still upwards trending. Look at this on the Let's see what goes on. There's not a lot else moving. We've got SLRX, we've got Cosmos. That's pretty much it. Ali Financial, which had earnings today, had a little bit of a move up. LYT breaking highs. That's 30% up today. That's a smaller, low price stock. So LYT, Lightest Technologies, moving up. It's got over $1 for a moment, way up to 110. Make of that what you will. Solaris not really doing much. Netflix, mentioned this below, and the overall markets are back above the VWAP now. Let's see what happens if we get some market sentiment of bullish action. I mean, it's just consolidating here, really. A 20-cent range, between 20 and 25-cent range. Morning to Mimi. Got 45 minutes to the bell, 45 minutes to the open. Question is, should I hold this into the open? Would you think it's going to be wise? If it continues to consolidate sideways here, Do I hold this for a gap and go? Or is it going to be a gap and crap? You tell me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this going to be a gap and crap, or is it going to be a gap and go? Am I going to make my money on this, or am I going to lose my shirt? Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking my target on this one today is $5, but I'm not going to just hold it and hope it goes to $5 if it keeps sinking and selling off, obviously. But my target here is $5. And there's no harm in taking profits along the way if it gets there. So the high of day currently, the pre-market high is 460. I'll just put a nice little horizontal there to mark our little pre-market high, which is my cue to add to the position if we break that. Penn State, ye of little faith. Yesterday it had a big run, you're absolutely right. But this, again, this was I'm not saying it's going to go up. This is an $11 stock just in August. The volume, the problem with the second day syndrome is the drop off in volume. That's what tends to happen. So yesterday, I mean, this is a 13 million stock, so the 13 million float. Yesterday it did nearly 270 million shares traded yesterday. We're already over 30 million shares traded today. So we're going to get an increase in volume after the bell as well. So what tends to happen, another reason why you get that second day syndrome when stocks have a big move and then they sell the next day, is because of lower liquidity, lower volume. If the volume remains high, you tend to get a second run, and the run, you can have multiple runs for 2 or 3 days. Just think back to June of last year, and Aeroplane had that initial move up, and I think we got about 50-60% on the first day. Then we got, I think it was about 250% on the second day. So yeah, I called that out a little bit earlier as well, Alistair. Well, it'd be great if it goes to $10 and I just hold it. I've got 15,000 shares and it's currently a $4 stock, so that would be like 15,000 times 6. That'd be a lovely way. I'll take the rest of the month off. Like I said, I'll be happy with 5. If it gets over 5, $5.50, $6, great. I'm looking for $5 on this today. Key resistance level here at kind of 430. Get over 430 and hold. Make a little run up. Let me know your thoughts at the bell, guys. We've got 40 minutes to the bell, just over 40 minutes to the bell. Is this going to gap and crap, or is it going to gap and go? You tell me. Let's have a game of guess the direction. Google selling off after those announcing those redundancies or job cuts. So this is Genius Group. GNS is the ticker. We're up at 446. My average entry is 450, which is where we are at the ask now. So I'm green on this ticker now. I want to see it break the pre-market highs, the session highs. I just went briefly green on this one. Still waiting for. I'm still thinking we're going to get higher. Well, I'm hoping that we're going to get higher, but based on this, we've not quite got the huge increase in volume, but we're getting some decent volume candles now. Nearly half a million shares in this one, in half a million shares a minute in this one candle here. If we're getting half a million shares to a million shares a minute, that's very bullish. Absolutely, J-Spec. Let's get them shorts covering. But hopium it's a very bad drug, absolutely, but it's extremely addictive. What else is moving besides Genius? Not a lot. There's not a lot of movement in the market today. To break a new low, I might just reduce some of my exposure here, buy it back in at a lower price. Take the hit, so to speak. I'm going to take a hit there for now. It's the double top formation on the 5 minute that I don't like. I always re-enter if it moves back up. This all started with that dodgy chart action there. A lot of people have just been wary of it since. Any plans for today after streaming? Well, it's Friday. I'll probably got to do some cooking, maybe do some I've got to walk the dog as well. You know what, I'm just going to get out there. I'll take the hit for now, and if it gets back over, and if it breaks highs at the bell, I'll get back in. I think this is going back up to what's going on with my chair? I think it's going up to $5 today, but like I'll take the hit for now. We're 2k down on that. It depends, Dom. It really depends on if I'm in a comfortable position. If I'm buying that pullback on from a position of strength or not. If I'm buying from a position of strength, I'll hit the volume. If I'm kind of in a position but I haven't realized any gains yet, then I'll wait for that confirmation of the new high. Morning, Victor. Good to see you. Make sure that, tell you what, Victor, make sure that you've hit the thumbs up button. Do me a favor there. Tesla, it's had a good week actually, but I'm longer term. I'm a little bit worried about Tesla in the longer term. I've got a CEO that seems to be losing the plot. That's my worry for Tesla. So if he kind of curbs his social media activity a little bit and concentrates on his job, then maybe be a little more bullish on Tesla. In reality, I think Tesla are probably going to struggle to compete with the other car manufacturers. So they're going to have to concentrate on other areas of the business. So ultimately, they're not necessarily an EV manufacturer. They're a data company, and that's what they need to concentrate on. They've got infrastructure around the country. They can make money by using that infrastructure and leasing it or letting it to other EV manufacturers for charging points, etc. But other than that, Tesla just can't compete quality-wise, quality of build. If you compare a Tesla to an equivalent model BMW or Mercedes, you're just not going to. There's no competition. The BMW, the EV BMW is by far and away superior to Tesla in every measurement. So, devil horns signified that reversal. Still think this is going to $5 today, and you're not going to change your mind until it breaks 4. So let's see what else is moving. Let's have a look at Tesla. I'm not in Genius right now, so we can have a look at Tesla. There we go. Tesla. Look at this on the 15. It's you get a better understanding. So yesterday was a horrible day. Very choppy, but it was like this on the market. So if you compare the Tesla to that's the market, similar pattern, a little bit more pronounced, but similar pattern. Then you can see that initial move up, sell off, move back up. Tesla is up on the day, same as the wider market, but it's pulling back a little bit from the highs. So what will Tesla do next week? Got earnings next week. I think you probably see Tesla fall back below $100. That's my personal opinion, not financial advice. I just think they've missed too many milestones again, and Tesla, you probably see it sell off next week, particularly because they've got their earnings, and we know that you're probably going to get at least a 10% move, either up or down, and a 10% move right now would take it to about 110, 115. And I think you'll see further sell-offs after that. So I think Tesla next week possibly could be flirting at around below $100 even. My opinion, what do I know? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. Yeah, I think for a swing trade, I think after earnings, Tesla could be a good buy for a swing. It was when it went down to $90, or well, is it 90 or is it 100? But it was flirting with $100 last time. So that would have been last month, I think. Was it the early part of this month? But it was last flirting with $100. It was worth buying. And Tesla it's not going to disappear, quite frankly. But it's now getting to a level where it's reaching what I consider a fair market value. It was overpriced for so long. They did the stock split. I still think it was overpriced, even after the sell-off from the highs. But it was overpriced for so long, fundamentally overpriced. Even the analysts were saying it was fundamentally overpriced. But it kept, you know, just breaking new highs, despite bad news coming out, despite poor sales, despite poor, you know, deliveries, all of these things, setbacks, and it just kept breaking highs and growing and growing, and it was fundamentally making no sense. So Tesla now at kind of $100 a share is what I would perceive right now as a fair market value. When you compare it with other stocks of a similar kind of price point, a similar market value, similar market cap, then I would say it's probably fair market value where it is right now. That's my opinion. Cheers, red to green. That's my. By the way, your name is my daily habit. But you can't take away the fat guy on the internet now. You can't tell me I'm chubby now. It's all over my merch. It's a fat guy on the internet. Come on. Well, Elon has lost the plot when it comes to his whole take on free speech. He's completely lost the plot. You can't have it both ways. So he's now kind of banning people because they disagree with him, or they're taking the piss, or whatever it is. And then on the other hand, he's saying we're going to allow everybody because it's free speech and it's you know, an American right. I mean, Elon, first and foremost, you're not even American, so you know, plug your cake hole. But yeah, smart guy, but he is a genius. I'll give him that. But there's a fine line between genius and insanity, and I think he stepped over that line a little bit of late. That's my personal opinion. Let's go back to GNS. Now testing the $0.50 again. So there's a lot of range. There's a lot of money to be had with this one, I think, today. Right, let's get back in. I don't like this music. It's putting me to sleep. Let's move on to the next tune. Oh, I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. I don't think. I mean, the investigation news. I doubt it. Those particular spikes. I don't know what. I mean, I have seen things like that happen before, but I'm a little bit like. It is what it is. We can break the pre-market high. Here we go. High day now is 75. $0.75 level, psychological level, like the 450 was earlier. Hey, Imran. I think there's a realistic chance of $5 on this one before the market opens. We've got 25 minutes to the bell. That's the the $0.75 taken. Then we need to hold, and we get $5 on this. There's 480. I have day 485 now. Well, we'll see. I think I'd like to be holding this from a position of strength at the open. Ready for maybe a little dip and then a squeeze. The highs, through the highs. So. $38 million shares traded today on this stock. There's only 13 million in the float. So when you think the reason that the reason that it's moving up is based on an investigation into the shorting of synthetic shares. And the creation of synthetic shares, the fact that it's traded over 120 million yesterday on a 13 million float, it's like 10x. It's kind of ironic. What's the catalyst for GNS? Oh, I've just told you. So just put this into context. In the Discord this morning, about just before 7 a.m. market time, I called this out as one to watch. It was 3:30 at the time. So, yeah. So Genius Group stock soars on naked shorting investigation. Genius will hold extraordinary general meeting as well, so that's moved up. They approved a plan to create an illegal trading task force. That's why it's moving up. Let's get the break of $5 here. 95 on the 96 on the ask. High of days 99. Just going to lock in a little bit of that. So pretty much recovered all we lost early with those earlier spikes. But we didn't lose it because we never realized it. We never locked it in. Like I said, I've been confident of this reaching $5 all day. I'm averaging back up. Bought for the break of $5 there. We didn't get the continuation. My average cost is 86. $5 and hold. So we're tapping tapping the whole dollar. We need to get over 510, then have $5 as the new support level. That's 5.2. Oh, we tap 5.9. Gonna lock some in, get me green on the board. No, we've got some green on the board. 585 is my average. I will get out if it breaks below that. 485, sorry. Get green, stay green. That's my motto. That's the first green we've got on the board so far. For risk, it's really screwed up my risk reward. We're not done yet. Well, I don't know. You've got to watch for this. You've got to watch for the signals. You've got to watch for the indications they're done. Sometimes, if you've got enough volume, and the resistance levels are not too big, the breakout can happen right away. Just added, so $5 is now my exit. So I'm just adding to the position and moving my overall stop loss up. So $5, the whole dollar is now my exit. Breaks below $5, I get out. Want to see this over 530. Let's see, get over the quarter dollar first. 525. High of day currently is 519, so we want to break that. There it is, 520. Looking for the quarter dollar. Psychological levels, quarter, half, and whole dollars are always psychological levels. Just gonna lock in another 5,000 shares. Takes me to 1,300 up on the day. While it's pulling back. Like I said, $5 is now my line in the sand. Breaks below the whole dollar, I'm out. Well, until I get back in later. The exit indicator that you want to be looking for is usually, you say, a good move up like this, you want to say, okay, well, just get out on the first candle to break a new low. Well, this didn't break a new low. It threw a wick down there. We might want to look at the higher time frames. This is the fourth green candle in a row on the 5 minute. When it stops making highs, which is this candle doesn't make any new highs and makes a new low, then you get out. So there's a new high. High of day currently is 522. That was my ad level. 26 is the high of day now. Looking for 550 on this one now. Locking a little bit there. Nobody goes broke taking profits. $2,500 pre-market's not a bad start to the day. My average cost is 511 now. Current high of day 540. Up that again. Just added to my position at 540 for the break of a new high. That moves my average cost up to 525. Looking for the $0.50. So looking for the $0.50 for the next profit target. Well, ideally we want to get $6 now. $0.50 first, then the $0.75, then 6. Yeah, there is a pullback due across all the time frames, which is why I'm getting out at break even now. Let's reduce my exposure there. There we go. And I'll wait for the move back up. Well, that was nice. 2,600. The risk reward was all to cock. It was a 3-to-1 against, but what are you going to do? I was prepared to risk 7.5k with those dodgy spikes, but didn't actually go down that far. Well, Faz, GNS is, what's the news on GNS? As I was calling out earlier, the news is that they've launched a task force to investigate into naked shorting. So, you know, synthetic shares, shorting synthetic shares, basically. People shorting when they don't actually have shares to borrow. So this was big back in the, when GameStop originally popped. I've seen that there's quite a lot of this going on. There was one that I traded yesterday and the day before. The 175, 180% short float. So how can you do that? If let's say there's 10 million shares in the float, how can you have 20 million shares short? It just makes no sense. So it shouldn't be legal for that to happen. If you've only got 10 million shares to buy in the free float, then you shouldn't be able to short 20. Okay. So we've got a new candle made a new high there. Netflix, wow. Look at the pump from Netflix. That went from $3.35 to $3 move there in 2 minutes. That's a huge move on Netflix. And for those of you that like small float stocks, Hilby's, that just made a big 25% move up, more than. This had similar kind of spike activity just after 8 o'clock as well. I don't know if the price action was there, but look at how that's moved up. So that's a low float stock there. GNS. I want to see that confirmation before I get back in. Yeah, Twitter, stock twits, Wall Street bets, all those kind of things are talking about a few of these FAS. Well, once I've got green, the idea is to stay green now, and that's what I'm looking to do. I believe so. I don't trade sub $1. I don't trade sub $2 typically, but I might look at, you know, stock between $1 or $2 for the small account. I've not taken a small account trade yesterday, and I've not taken one today yet. So let's just see. This is where all the eyes are. If I look at if you look at the scanners there on the screen, there are 2 stocks that have traded over 1 million shares in volume today. One is Genius Group, which has traded 47 million already, and the other one is Cosmos Health, and Cosmos Health is 1.4 million. Now, Cosmos Health normally does 6 million on a daily basis, so it's 25%. It's 0.25 relative volume. So it's probably not something I'm looking at right now. It needs to pick up in the volume, in the relative volume. However, Genius Group, it normally trades 5 million shares a day. It's already traded 48 million, so we're talking 10x right now. Yeah, Maxime, that's fine. The 8 a.m. spikes are fine. The algorithmic trades, that's fine. And as a result of that, you see a spike in volume. So if you look at, let's go back to the 8 o'clock. What we're talking about for you, Maxime. I don't think you were here at the time when we were discussing it. So here we've got the 8 o'clock spikes. What I call the 8 o'clock scrum, which is what you're exactly right. It's late reported trades that were traded the previous day, okay? Dark pool trades, off exchange trades. But what that does is you see the spike in volume, because that still equates to a trade. So that goes through. You can still see those trades going through on the time and sales, even though it doesn't affect the bid and the ask. It doesn't affect the level 1 and 2. However, these spikes here, there was no increase in volume. There was no volume spikes. There was nothing going through on the time and sales. There was nothing going through impacting on the level 1 and 2. It was just spikes in activity, but no trades going through. And that freaked a lot of people out and got them to sell the positions before it moved back up again. So that smacks of manipulation to me, Maxime. That's not the same as the 8 a.m. algorithmic scrum. think I called this out at 3:30 as well. So Netflix up at 3:39. There we go, dog. I'll let it back in. Come on. There we go. Oh, let's say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. Pre-market high 545, so that's a key level. So pulling all the way back to the previous high of 460. Very extended. Don't mind the pullback. No, we're not. How many likes do we have on the old tickety tockety? Somebody let me know what's the like count on TikTok. Have we got 3,000 likes yet? If we've got 3,000, I can give this one a little bit of a treat. Ah, come on, you're doing me dirty, guys. Everybody on the TikTok, tap that screen 12 times. Let's get over 3,000. I can give this dog a little treat. You all need to be ashamed of yourself. Actually, saying that, you guys on YouTube are no different. Hit that thumbs up button. You know you want to do it. It's not shortable, J-Spec. That's the problem. Who's Steve? If you let me know who Steve is, then I'll be happy to have a look at have a look at Hillbees. But I don't know who Steve is. In fact, I've just had a look at Hillbees. It's the last thing I looked at. This is Hillbees. And similar catalyst, so it's moving up in the same way that that Genius Group is, for the same reasons. The investigation into naked shorting and manipulative Wall Street practices. Yes, I'm on TikTok, Jaron. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Shared Vision. I'm on Twitter. All simultaneously. Would you like a treat there, Miyako? Here you go. You have to work for it. There you go. Go on, out of my way. You're buying dog treats. The next treat is at 5,000. Hellbee's pulling back as well. How much up this week? I was about 2k up this week so far. Poker Kings. So it's not been a hugely profitable week this week, but it's a short week. So I lost 7,000 on Tuesday, given that there was no Monday, and then it took me yesterday and Wednesday and yesterday to recover that drawdown, and I'm about 2k up on the week. I wouldn't short Hellbees, quite frankly. I don't even. It's on short sale restriction. So that's why I wouldn't short it. So it's a short sale. It's a restricted stock. You can't short it on the bid, so it makes it difficult to short it at all. So it's on short sale restriction, Helby. So at what point would I short it? I wouldn't. I'd just look for other stocks that are easier to trade. Just saying. Google. Let's have a look at where's Netflix. Pull back a little bit. Where's your devil horns? On the 1 minute. Signifies the reversal. GNS making another move. At the bell. I'll change the scanners over while I'm waiting for this one to make up its mind. The one most people will be watching, but let's see what else rears its ugly head. Yeah, absolutely, Poker Kings. So each month I'm usually starting. I've not withdrawn anything for a couple of months, so I've got over 200k in this account. But normally I would start with about 30,000 in my account. Normally at the beginning of the month I'm not looking to make 5k or 6k in this case per month. I'm looking to make the bigger gains as the month progresses, as I increase the account. What I would say is realistically, you want to be making a realistic aim. I expected to be getting is about 5% of your equity on a daily basis, up to a level, because the economies of scale don't work. So as you get to a certain level, if you get to 100k, making 5%, that's $5 grand a day. You've got a 100k account. That's real. You know, it's not an unrealistic expectation. However, that being said, if you get to 1 million, you're not going to make necessarily 50 grand a day. It just doesn't work that way. Cosmos Health absolutely motoring out of the blocks. I did say I wanted to see it with higher volume. It's getting higher volume. Check that out. This is a very typical gap and go. Well, GNS is back at 450. Netflix trying to make a move up. Helby's Google trying to make a move up. The market's vomiting. So the overall market is absolutely vomiting at the moment. Look at that. It's breaking lows. Not far off going red on the day. If I look at the 5 minute, you can see exactly where we're actually at. Not far off the red line. So that's looking a little bit dodgy. GNS, I don't think we're done with GNS. It's pulling all the way back to the VWAP. If it gets back over $5, I think we could move back up, and the whole market's selling off. Absolutely, Imran. Yeah, my advice is if it's above, don't short when it's above the VWAP. If it's consistently trending up, the VWAP is a good intraday trend indicator. It's trending upwards. It's not a good thing to be shorting above the VWAP, with one notable exception, and that's when it's extremely extended. And you look for signs of exhaustion, signs of extended, and right now it's not that level of extension. So you're looking for exhaustion, you're looking for extension, and then you look for the reversal. So that's when you would short something that's above the VWAP, is when you're looking for those reversals. Same thing below the VWAP going long. If it's below the VWAP, it's not usually a good idea to go long until it gets above the VWAP and start exhibiting a consistent upwards trend. So yeah, I totally agree with Faz there. If a stock's hot to the upside, probably not a good idea to be shorting it. Cosmos breaking highs again. $4 at 405 is the halt level here. GNS got rejected at $5. You go and lie down, I'll pack you in a minute. Not seeing anything jumping out at me with decent volume. PBLA was the one I was talking about. Huge short interest on it. Yeah, Hellbase is it's ranging sideways since the open, really. It's got its opening range and it's just trading within that. So you've got your 1 minute opening range candle, and then you've got your 5 minute opening range candle. And I say look at your first 5 minute candle. That's really what you want to be looking at. So right now here on the 5 minute, we're just breaking new highs now with Cosmos. It's breaking the new opening range, 5 minute opening range candle. Some people like to use the 15 minute. I just prefer just to use the 5 minute as the opening range, and what you tend to find is that it's a good indicator of market sentiment on that particular stock. So the market as a whole, the SPY just went red, so the market as a whole went red and bounced again. So it's back green. It went red for a few minutes, couple of minutes. Not looking too strong. But GNS is. So we've got inverse head and shoulders here, potentially. It needs to get above the neckline though. So there's the shoulder, there's the head. Pattern broke. So there was potentially an inverse head and shoulders. If it got above this neckline here, so we're looking at 520 as your breakout level. It could have moved up and you would have got a good 80-cent move, potentially. You're looking for an 80-cent move. Netflix not even turning around. Netflix has made a $8 move there. 33 to 41. Google now breaking highs on the day. Cosmos struggling up there at the $4 level. Let's see. Let's give this a little while. Let's see what we can gather. It's a big move, that one, Dunkers. It's not quite as big as the $30 move it had after its earnings, but it's still a big move. It's over 340. What did it go up to? 343, I think, yesterday. Let's go back to Netflix. Over 340s now. So it went up to after the earnings drop. 345.64 was the high. So a little while to go before it reaches the after hours high of last night. But I think it potentially could do. I might actually trade this. LYT halted to the upside. It's a low price stock. Yeah, it's about 114 right now. Just halted to the upside. $338 would have been a good entry on Netflix. Breaking that opening range candle. Come on, you want to break 342. I only got in for the break of 342. There you go. Let's have a continuation. You're doing me dirty now. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Alistair. That's a horrible, horrible tune. Let's get rid of it. There we go. Come on, Netflix. You want to go 345? That's what I'm waiting for. Back over 342. And move up. 345 incoming. Maybe that was the high yesterday. Not saying it will. $2 move. That's the first pullback, so we're looking for that. Don't mind the consolidation, but now I want it to move on to new highs. Struggling at 342. We go. 343, come on. 342.50. That's not what I want, Netflix. Come on, do as you're told. I watch your programs all the time. You know, I've got loyalty. I've not even signed up for Disney Plus. Come on. Show me some loyalty back. Looking for 343. Volatility on this as well. Just lock a little bit in. In fact, get out. Oh, $600 is okay for me on that one. Brandon, that's the best thing you do. Best thing to do. If you have 2 or 3 red days in a row, take couple of days off. Go back to paper trading. If you're missing it, you just go back to paper trading. Do not continue to trade if you're trading badly. Yeah, it's below the VWAP now, GNS, which is, you know, the whole point here is that you don't get married to a stock just because it's moved up, just because you've got a couple of grand on it, doesn't mean it's going to continue moving up forever. They're only going to go so far. These moves are finite. So once it pulls back, you wait for it to make new highs again. You get in the front end of the move. If you want to trade the back end of the move, you trade it to the downside. You switch tactics and short it. Marathon Digital going green on the day. Got a red to green move. As did the overall market. What else is moving? Nothing. So I've got 2 stocks over $2 that are in the level that I would look at. Ali Financial, not really moving, but it's up slightly. Had earnings today, that's why it's moving up. Earnings, I think it's pre-market, but we'll see. Wow, that is a big move. That's a 40-cent move on a $2 stock. That's a 20% move. So that's halted 2 minutes ago. We've got 3 minutes left before that resumes. So that's BTB, Bit Brother, mining, Bitcoin mining stock. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin in the crypto space. Actually, Bitcoin is on the 1 hour. I want to look at on the minute for the time being. Yeah, but Bitcoin had a bit of a spike up there. It's pulling back a little bit, but it went up to 21.1. So a little over 21,100, 21,160, 21,170. I think it went up to. $21,169.78, yeah, so $21,170. So that's why mining stocks had a bit of a spike, because Bitcoin had a bit of a spike. There's no direct correlation, but there tends to be a lot of similarity. Netflix, oh, well, I got it at the right time, it looks like. Google, looking at the largest cap stocks right now, because the smaller caps are just not moving. So Google, not look back, it's broke its pre-market highs, it's breaking highs again. So Google's looking strong right now, based on the fact that it does have its own catalyst. It's laying people off, and the market sometimes reacts well to those kind of news. So basically cost reduction measures. So Google, by laying people off, they will in theory increase their EPS. Or their EBITDA. It'll increase the EBITDA, which has a direct impact on their EPS. Nice one, Daryl. Did it have a catalyst? I can have a look if it does have a specific catalyst. I think it's just moving up on crypto sentiment, Dunkers, but I'll take a quick look on Benzinga for you. And what I'm seeing here, Benzinga, Bit Brothers Board of Directors formed a special task force to investigate suspected illegal short of its stock. So another one that's moving up with regards to this illegal shorting investigation. So I think there's probably going to be a few moving up with similar catalysts. So that's Helbees, Genius Group, Bit Brother, all moving up on the same catalyst effectively. No problem at all, Daryl. Well, like I was saying earlier there, Imran, is this is the first pullback on the 5 minute. I probably wouldn't short right here. I'd wait for it to reach a particular key milestone level. So at 98, I'd wait for it to be tapping 100. If I was going to short this, it's looking extended at 100, then you're going to get the psychological levels in there as well. Right now, I think it's a bit too early to short Google personally. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know that I'm doing it well. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Wow, I'm 3,000 up today. So that takes me up to 5,000 up on the week, which is far cry from last week. We had a really good week last week. I think that probably takes me, let me have a quick look at my trader view stats, where I am on the month. Does 5k get me, does 3k get me over 100, or am I a little bit shy on that? I can't recall. But from 1st of January, 92,000 I had, so I need 7,000 to get over the 100k for January. So not too far off. I'm 3k now, so I need another 4 across the course of today. Cosmos is looking like it could be the one to give me some. Yeah, having a good month at the moment, Super Chip. I really am. Go Google, still breaking highs. Cosmos, I saw that breakout, missed it, pulled all the way back. So let's have a look at BTB. Did it resume? Not yet. 45. It's going to be a 10-minute halt, so it's going to resume in 2 minutes. A bit, brother. Had enough of that. Chewing gum. Chewing gum is really gross. Chewing gum I hate the most. Tesla breaking highs. A lot of stocks will be moving in sympathy with Google as well. So cheers, Charlie. Charlie bit my finger. Lee Autos moving up. Let's have a look at Lee Autos. This is what we're talking about. Not great volume, to be honest. I'd like to see more volume on that. But so Lee Autos will be moving in line with Tesla. Let's have a look at NIO. NIO down at $11. XPeng. Let's have a look at XPeng. XPeng moving up as well, so they'll be moving in sympathy. They're all the EV manufacturers moving in sympathy with Tesla moving up. So, yeah. Get a room, guys. It's my mentoring work. Well, what I would recommend that you do is, we can do it on a spreadsheet and things like that. I'll go through my strategies with you. If you're using like TraderView, for example, if you're using that, then you add me as a mentor on TraderView. We can talk through your trades. We can go through your entries and exits, the reasonings behind that. We'll talk through that. You can give me why you thought it was a good point to get in there. I can also talk through what I'm looking for and my strategies, answer questions on that point of view. But the mentoring is really reviewing your trades and your setup. So if you're not using TraderView, I would say get on it. You can actually use the freemium one. You get about 30 trades a day, a month for free. But it's not expensive. It's only a few quid, like 10, 12 quid or whatever it is for the a good package where you can actually do the full trade analysis, and you can just add me as your mentor, and then I'll be able to see your trades. I won't be able to see anything else, but I'll be able to see your trades, and then we can get on a call and discuss the trades in detail on a Zoom call and do it that way. So that's how my mentoring would work. Of course, if you getting the mentoring, you're going to be you're going to be in the Discord as well. So you're going to get my call outs, and you're going to get my what I'm seeing from a market point of view on a daily basis as well, and just a review of your trading to help you better at your trading, but also it gives you more insight into what I'm doing when I'm not streaming live. Of course, when I'm streaming live, you can see it anyway. But yeah, that's how my mentoring will work. BTB, let's go back to BTB. Oof, that was a huge gap up. So 20 cents, no, 40-cent gap up. There you go, 40-cent gap up. It resumed at 280, sold off straight away. So that's bit brother. That's a hard sell off. Look for a bounce. Look for a bounce. GNS didn't do anything. Google's got a first pullback since the open, first real significant pullback since the open. So Google now looking to make another move back up. The S&P 500. So I'll come back to BitBrother in a second, but let's have a look at some of these. So Google up here, first real pullback of note. I'd wait for it to make a new higher on the higher time frame rather than just a 1 minute, otherwise you get faked out. So you really want to be looking at 98.50, 98.40 as the before you get back in there. But you want to see, well, you don't have to worry about volume with Google. It's a high liquid stock. So it's not too much of a problem. Well, I wouldn't say pump and dump. It doesn't. Pump and dumps don't typically have a newsworthy catalyst, Dunkers. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It moved up so quick that a 40% gap up on a $2 stock. That's a huge gap up. So of course people are going to take profits up at the top end. They're going to jump in. If anybody that was caught in that halt was in profit, so they could sell off, and even though it sells off, it's people are going to still be in profit. So now we're going to get potentially a bit of a bounce here. Get back over the VWAP is what I'd say before you think about re-entering that one with Bit Brother. So 240 probably won't be trading that myself. Got half an hour left of the stream. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And back in a second. Now, bear in mind, I am looking for stocks to trade with my small account as well, but given the sparse nature of good stocks to trade right now, I'm being very selective on what I'm trading. Bloody workmanship in the bathroom. So Magic Empire Global. Let's have a quick look at Maggle. I'm not feeling that. So this is one of those that went up to over like 236, I think was the high back in August. On low volume at that. So Magic Empire, HKD, Body, a lot of these stocks just moved up without much volume, very low, big spreads, low liquidity, and as a result of that, I keep looking at these stocks and thinking, oh, is it going to squeeze again? Is it going to move up again? And invariably, I'm not seeing that there. So, yeah. Tempo. Let's have a look at Tempo. Tempo Automation, just breaking the $2 level. So it's only up 10% on the day, but it's just made over the last hour. It's made a 30% move over the last hour since the open. Oh, so, well, not even since the open. It's 25% since the open, but over the last hour, it's a 30% move. So Tempo Automation. Let me see. Anybody seeing anything? Anything moving of any kind of significance, guys? GNS testing the VWAP again. So I want to see this over 450 really. Google looks to have made that, completed that pullback. So let's have a quick look at Google. So this is potentially might have peaked out, bottomed out there. Let's see how that consolidates. It needs to get back over the VWAP and then hold that. So let's have a quick look at Google. Google, you can see it had this huge move up. Now it's pulled back. Now it looks like we're going to get a little bit of a move up. So the consolidation phase of this move here, it's got a flag formation. If you look at it, probably the best time frame I can see is the 2 minute. Lovely flag formation on the 2 minutes. So really we're looking at this break of 98.20, I think. Break of new highs. Apron, Blue Apron. Let's have a quick look at Apron. I'll take a look at that for you, no problem at all. Cast my beady eyes on it. Nah, it's not really doing much. Just over $1. It's up 15% on the day, which $1 stock is like 15 cents. So it's not really doing much. The volume on Blue Apron, relatively speaking, isn't something I would be writing home about. Let me just see what the relative volume on Blue Apron is at the moment. I won't see it on my scanners. Because it's under $2. So yeah, Blue Apron probably not got the volatility that you really want for day trading. But you do you. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, in case you didn't know. I'm just a fat bloke on the internet with an opinion. Yeah, there's 2 IPOs today. One is QSG. Still not launched yet, might not launch. I don't think it got the license today, so probably will be put back to next week. Now we've got CVKD just launched 2 minutes ago. So this is the new IPO. Be careful. Spreads are about 50 cents. Yeah, anywhere between 10 and 50 cents. Just be careful with this one. There's not a lot of liquidity at the moment because it's a new IPO. The spreads are very rangy. It's what I would class as quite dangerous to trade. But we've seen IPOs at this level move huge amounts. So this is CVKD is the ticker. It's an IPO. I think it started at the top of the hour, so 10 o'clock. Launched at 10 o'clock, yeah. And I was expecting it to launch at 10 o'clock. So started at it opened at 570. It's now below. It's now at 550s. So just be wary of the spreads. Currently 30 cents. Worth keeping an eye on though. We've seen this day last week, I made over $30,000 on an IPO, trading an IPO. I let it trade the first 10-15 minutes and get a couple of candles, get a range in place so you can actually see how it's trading. And before you actually jump in, let it do something before you actually try and second guess which way it's going to go. This might break new highs, go up to $7 and then come back down to $4. So just be careful. I wouldn't jump in. I'd wait till this patterns start forming. Don't just jump in willy-nilly. You're looking for patterns, and for patterns you need price action, and for price action you need a bit of time. So just be patient. It's going to be trading the whole day. If it continues to make its move up, then fine. You look for a pullback and then look for the continuation and the continued move up. At the moment, it looks like it's selling off. It's breaking lows. So I wouldn't say jump in and do anything. But this is an IPO, and IPOs can be tricky to trade. So just be careful, guys. As I say, the spreads right now it's 1 cent, but I believe it's halted to the downside. So you're getting that volatility. It halted to the upside on its first. That's a false halt. So it's looking to halt to the downside. The halt level is 529 to the downside. So we'll see. but the spreads are very rangy. So as more people see that this is now trading, there'll be a few people looking for IPOs to trade, as there always is. As the volume starts to come in, or if volume starts to come in, then you'll start to see patterns in the price action, and that's when you can start trading it. I wouldn't jump in the first 3 candles on the 1 minute time frame. You want more than 3 candles just to be able to make a decision on what kind of momentum it's going to take. So right now it looks like it's going to be selling off. It's below the VWAP. So right now I would be reluctant to jump in either which way. We just it's not shortable anyway. There's no margin leverage on it, so it's not something I'm going to be trading with my small account either. So yeah, I will continue to look for other things to trade. Nice one, Nico. Nice one. Yeah, it's an IPO. IPOs are not. They don't show up on all platforms. If it's not a direct market access platform, it won't have all instruments available. So because I'm using a direct market access platform, I'm paying for data for the full order book. So I'm getting IPOs. I'm getting the full order book, including IPOs. If you're trading on a lot of platforms, they'll only carry a subset of what they consider high liquidity stocks. So the lower liquid stocks that nobody's trading, they deliberately won't hold any stock on them, and they won't list them. So on Webull, you may be able to locate shares. Try that. But if it's not showing up, it's because you're not trading on a direct access platform. So GNS got rejected at the VWAP. Oh, funnily enough, that previous support line that we drew is now acting as a resistance. The pre-market support line is now acting as a resistance on the. It's got rejected at the VWAP on GNS. Google back up at the highs. Google back up here. Double top formation likely. So we've got double top at 98.50, 98.60, 98.57. Tapped it 4 times now. So double top there. That's very bearish. So just be wary. This looks like it could sell off now. A double pop, the M pattern is a sign of weakness, so it's a sign of a reversal. So just be careful with Google right now. And that same pattern is evident on multiple time frames. And the more time frames you see it, the more reliable it is. The higher the time frame, the more reliable it is. So if I'm seeing that on the 5 minute, yeah, double top on the 5 minute, double top on the 2 minute. 15 probably not so much straight up there, but we're going to double top, single double top, which potentially, if it does reverse, you're going to get the devil horn. So that's also a reversal indicator. So yeah, Google's looking like it's about to do a bit of a reversal. Not saying it's going to sell off all day. I'm just saying that it's struggled to put this level, so it's probably going to pull back a little bit. That's Google. Netflix. Pulling back now. What are you seeing, guys? Is there anything you want me to take a look at? I don't want kite, I want light. The lightest technology. It's halted again. For the upside. I called this out earlier. Oh, it didn't halt. The fault halt. Here we go. there we go. There's the potential halt. It's at the halt level now. I'm still getting a few bits and pieces going through. There we go, it's halted. Oh no, false halt. 54 is the new halt level, so it's gotta be a halt this time. That's at the halt level. I'm getting a few all the ones going through on the ask. Got some transactions going through on the ask. It's now halted. So a couple, two false halts in a row then. But that's LYT. There you go. BTB, I certainly can. That's it's consolidating underneath the VWAP now. So BTB needs to let it consolidate, but it needs to break the VWAP. For me, it needs to get over 250. But that's BTB. And Xpeng. Yeah, Xpeng's having a good day. Neo's having a good day. Li Auto's having a really good day. Looking for the break of the $0.75 hit. There's Li Autos, the Chinese EV manufacturer, competitor to Tesla, I guess. Only got in that last candle because of the increased volume. This one's not coming through. We got some good volume on that last candle. I thought we were going to get a breakout. Yeah, the new IPO CVKD, that's halted now. The downside. Okay. I will get out of this if it continues to sell off. Yeah. I see it bounce at the $0.50 or I'm gone. I'm gone. Still green. Get green, stay green. So yeah, at the wrong time. Got the increase in volume here, so that's why I thought with the breakout here, I thought, okay, we'll get in for the break of the $0.75, and it pulled back, then started to move up, so I added to the position for the breakout, and it sold off. So let's see what happens. Google is just not letting up. 504 is a good day. 500 bucks is a good day, Penn State. Don't give it back. Just looking for anything that's moving with good. That's not it. Good volume. We're getting a bit of a consolidation here. Yeah, there's a bit of a lull in the market right now. I think things seems to have dried up a little bit in terms of volume. That's not to say that, look, 900 green is a good day. See if we can't get 10 cents here. Five minutes, it's looking a bit weak. That pullback, but let's see. Yeah, I'm on XPEV now, Imran. It's to hold the $0.25. Range, 6 cents range. Again, we're getting the depressing music. There we go. That's better. I'll give it 10 cents. Reason for that is because of 900 green, that's my cushion. Alright, here we go. Looking for 10 cents up. Rejected. Rejected. Big move this is. Looking at it on the daily, this is a huge move. $10.10. Be level at 10.10 OS, so we might get $10 on this. Current high of day at 88, 988. Looking for 990. Get the 10 cent move. Rejected again. Current high 88. 84 on the ask right now. This is the first pullback on the 2 minute. Xpeng. Moving up, general market sentiment, along with many other of these EV manufacturers moving up, probably in sympathy to Tesla. I see this move up and break highs. $2 down on the ask. $9.77 on the ask right now. $9.76. Still a 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'd give it 10 cents. Okay. Right. Get green, stay green. I didn't do that. Now it's time to get green and stay green again. It's time. Anybody seeing anything worth trading right now? Probably struggling a little bit. This can get green on the day. Might be interesting. So now you can look at where to get in here, and right now it's just selling. Every candle by the opening candles is a sell-off. This is the IPO that was talking about CVKD. Today's IPO, it's a sell-off. There is another IPO slated for today, but it's not listed yet. It's not launched yet. This is way down. It's halted to the upside in its first minute, but then it's halted to the downside here. So I wouldn't trade this until you're getting probably at least $5 back again. Well, that's the bottom of the hour. So ready for the weekend. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will be dropping a trade recap video a little bit later on YouTube. So make sure, if you're not subscribed already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll get to see that that trade recap video of where I finished trading today. I'm currently $400 down. In the grand scheme of things, that's not usually a big problem for if there's enough volatility. I've not taken any trades on the small account challenge today. Didn't take any yesterday. I'm looking for the right setups. Only going to be taking the right setups with the small account challenge. I will be active in the Discord, so if you've recently, there's a couple of you I know that have recently joined the Day Trade with Tony community. I'll be active in the Discord for the remainder of the day, but I will not be streaming live. If you want to join me in the Discord, you want to join the Day Trade with Tony community, come on, check the links in the description or in my link tree if you're on TikTok, and we'll join the Day Trade with Tony trading course. and you get access to the Discord that way. And in the meantime, enjoy your weekend. Next week we're going to mix it up a little bit. I'm only going to be trading for the last hour of the pre-market. I'm going to trade 90 minutes of the open market, so 90 minutes after the bell. So I'm going to be trading an extra half an hour after the bell, but I'm only going to be starting trading at 8:30 market time. So come join me 8:30 market time on Monday. We do it all over again. We're having a good month. Not so much a good week at the moment. We're slightly green on the week. We're $2,000 this week, but we're over $90,000 up on the month. So we're having a good month, and we've got a little over a week left. So 7 trading days left of the month. I'm going to fire away, walk the dog, and come back, and I'll be trading again a little bit later. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I will see you on Monday. Take care.